Blackstone Publishing presents A Free Life by Ha Jin. This book is read by Jaeson Ma.
Part 1. Chapter 1. Finally, Taotao got his passport and visa. For weeks his parents had feared that China, even if not closing the door outright, would restrict the outflow of people. After the Tiananmen Massacre on June 4, 1989, all the American airlines except United had canceled their flights to Beijing and Shanghai. At the good news, Pingping burst into tears. She quickly rinsed the colander in which she had drained the shredded turnip for her jellyfish salad, took off her apron, and set out with her husband, Nan Wu, for the town center of Woodland, where the office of Travel International was located. The plane ticket cost 70% more than the regular fare because it had not been purchased 3 weeks in advance. The Wus didn't hesitate. As long as Taotao could get out of China in time and safely, it was worth any price. They also bought round-trip tickets from Boston to San Francisco for themselves. Neither Pingping nor Nan could go back to China to fetch Taotao, who had been staying with Pingping's parents for the past 3 years. And since no one in Pingping's family had a passport, not to mention the difficulty in getting a visa from the U.S. Embassy, the boy would have to fly by himself. Pingping's brother, a middle school physics teacher who had just returned to their parents' home for the summer vacation, had agreed to take his nephew from Jinan City to Shanghai. There, Taotao would be left in the hands of the American flight attendants. Barely 6, he wasn't allowed to change planes unaccompanied, so his parents would have to go and collect him in San Francisco. The travel agent, a bosomy brunette with olive skin and long hair, helped Nan make a reservation for the least expensive room at a hotel near Union Square, where the 3 of them would stay the first night before flying back to Boston. Altogether, the trip would cost them close to $3,000. Never had they spent money so lavishly. They arrived in San Francisco in the early morning of July 11th. They hadn't expected it to be so chilly. Nippy gusts were ruffling pedestrians' hair and forcing people to squint. A storm had descended the night before, leaving shop signs tattered and soggy. A few traffic lights were out of order, blinking endlessly. But the ebony facades of some buildings had been washed clean and glossy, and the vigorous wind smelled of the ocean. Pingping, without any warm clothes on, couldn't stop shivering, and then began hiccuping violently on their way to the hotel. Nan tried massaging the nape of her neck to relieve her spasms, and once or twice he slapped her back and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?